Marcus Schrenker, accused of bilking investors out of millions, today pleaded not guilty to charges he deliberately crashed his plane to fake his death. But all of the evidence suggests Schrenker tried to flee financial ruins, and he's not alone. Facing 20 years in prison for running a $450 million scam, Samuel Israel also reached for a desperate way out. He scrawled a suicide message on his SUV, left parked on a Hudson River bridge. Israel turned himself in 3 weeks later. Now, a Florida hedge fund manager, Arthur Nadel, is on the run, leaving behind his own suicide note and investors who are on the hook for $50 million in losses.
We're going to see a lot more of this. We're going to see a lot of people just taking off and disappearing in the middle of the night.
Clinical psychologist Leslie Sapini says the scale of the worldwide money meltdown is causing a collective emotional depression. And the wealthiest money managers and clients, especially men, may be under the most stress. In just the last month, at least 5 financial power brokers have killed themselves, victims of what Forbes magazine calls econocides. Among them, French financier René Thierry Delavilliers, who slit his wrists after losing $1.5 billion of his clients' money in the Bernard Madoff Ponzi scheme. German tycoon Adolf Merkel, who threw himself under a train after watching a $9 billion fortune evaporate. And Irish property baron Patrick Rocca, who, facing a collapsing real estate market, shot himself in the head.
It's that shame that goes with the loss of power that leads to suicidal behavior and feeling that there's absolutely no way out.
Millions of people facing the same financial crisis are somehow finding ways to cope. But there's plenty of suffering, and too often it seems yet another person turns to desperate measures. Bob Orr, CBS News, Washington.